In the heart of the Sunshine State lies a city known for its magic. But beneath the shimmer of attractions and palm trees lurk shadows that whisper tales of the otherworldly. Welcome to Orlando, where thrill meets chill, and the top 15 haunted places reveal secrets that haunt the brave. Are you ready to uncover the dark side of this enchanting paradise? One, Church Street Station, Orlando. On a sweltering summer evening, as the sun descends behind the towering skyline of Orlando, a palpable tension clings to the air around Church Street Station. Once a thriving hub of commerce in the 19th century, the station now serves as an eerily vibrant reminder of a ghostly past, where laughter from bustling bars mingles with whispers of long-forgotten souls. Locals often speak in hushed tones of the spectral figures said to wander the platforms and pathways, with many believed to be the spirits of those who met untimely ends in this very place. The remnants of the old train station linger, casting shadows that seem to breathe. Some assert they can hear the distant echoes of trains and farewells, a haunting soundtrack to the vibrant nightlife, leaving visitors questioning the fabric of time itself. Among the most notorious legends is the tale of a young woman named Lola, a charismatic dancer who vanished in the depths of the station under mysterious circumstances in the early 1920s. While on her way home after a long night of performing, witnesses claim to have seen her apparition, dressed in her vintage flapper attire, gliding through the shadows, her mournful gaze lingering upon those who dare walk the same paths she once did. Investigations into the area reveal stories of tragic accidents involving workers and haunted remnants from prior decades, raising questions about the very ground on which celebratory laughter now thrives. As the nightlife pulses around Church Street Station, an unsettling truth persists. Beneath the cheers and music resides an inexorable darkness, one that warns the curious to remain vigilant. For every light-hearted adventure, there lies a heavy burden of sorrow, intertwining the fates of the living with the restless spirits of the departed. Visitors often report sudden cold chills, glimpses of fleeting shadows, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. 2. Orange County Regional History Center, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando lies the Orange County Regional History Center, a seemingly innocuous building that serves as a custodian of local lore and history. Yet whispers of its dark past slither through the cracks of time like insidious phantoms. As you approach its facade, you can't shake the oppressive sensation of being watched. Figures in sepia-toned photographs seem to linger longer than they should, their eyes following your every move. Local rumors suggest that the very ground on which this historic venue stands is tainted by tragedies that predate its construction. The mishap of the original courthouse, erected in the late 1800s and razed in the early 20th century, left behind a residue of untold grief, while whispers of missing persons from that ardent era persist, hinting at violent crimes lost to obscured archives. The building itself bears witness to the heart-wrenching tales that still echo within its walls. In the dimly lit hallways, staff members have reported ghostly encounters with a female apparition dressed in turn-of-the-century garb, said to be the spirit of a woman who was apprehended under mysterious circumstances while seeking justice for her family in the courthouse. Some claim to have experienced sudden chills, soft whispers, and the flickering of lights that herald her presence. Additionally, ghost hunters have recorded electromagnetic disturbances suggesting an otherworldly presence amidst the artifacts that line the exhibition halls, from Indian artifacts to relics of early American settlers. As you stand within these walls, it is prudent to heed the warnings of those who came before. The spirits of the grieving haunt these hallowed halls, and it's said that those who dare to inquire too deeply into the roots of the building's sorrow risk awakening the spirits to make their anguish known. Should your curiosity lead you here, tread lightly, for among the relics of history, you may just find that the past is not as dead and buried as it seems, and its ghosts have a story they are not finished telling. Three, Rogers Building, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, beneath the neon glow of theme parks and bustling streets, lies the Rogers Building, an unassuming edifice that holds within its walls the whispered echoes of sorrow and spectral suspense. It stands, draped in a veil of neglect, where the laughter of tourists seems a world away, and shadows play tricks on the mind as dusk settles. Rumors swirl like autumn leaves. Locals exchange wary tales of flickering lights and chilling drafts that dance through its empty hallways, hinting at the restless spirits that might inhabit its past. Once a hub of commerce in the early 20th century, the building witnessed the rise and fall of the bustling city. But a series of tragedies marked its history fires that ravaged floors. A fatal construction accident claiming the lives of 2 workers, their screams intertwined with the echo of tools and machinery that haunt the structure even now. Witnesses have reported sightings of a flickering apparition clad in period clothing, believed to be a spirit of one of those unfortunate workers, roaming the stairwells searching for solace or perhaps a way to finish a desperate task left unfinished. The cold grip of dread has been documented by local ghost hunters, who claim that EVPs often resonate with agony. "Help me," they say, filling devices with chilling whispers that chill the spine, as broad day gives way to inky night. A warning pulsates through the air. Those who dare to explore the building must tread lightly, for every shadow may hold a secret of the past, and to disrespect what lingers could summon a darker fate. Should you feel a sudden chill, or catch a glimpse of something fleeting from the corner of your eye, remember the spirits of the Rogers Building are not mere tales meant to frighten. They are a haunting reminder of a history rife with pain. And you may not be alone after all. 4. Enzian Theater, Orlando. Nestled within the vibrant pulse of Orlando, the Enzian Theater emerges as a beacon for cinema enthusiasts and a haunt for the restless spirits of the past. This independent cinema, known for its quirky, vintage charm and outdoor screenings under the stars, is more than a hub for artistic expression. It bears the weight of unsettling tales whispered among locals. Patrons have long speculated that the theater is not just a sanctuary for films, but a conduit for the unknown, with rumors swirling of chilling occurrences that date back to the venue's roots in the early 1980s, a time when it was part of a larger hotel complex that succumbed to economic fluctuations and neglect. What intensifies the atmosphere is the story of a tragic event documented in local archives. A fire that once ravaged a nearby building during the chaotic days of redevelopment. Eyewitnesses claim that a spectral figure, believed to be the spirit of a young woman who perished in the flames, roams the hallways of the theater, lost in her endless search for freedom. Flickering lights, sudden drops in temperature, and disembodied whispers have become commonplace experiences for those who dare to attend a late-night screening. One particularly harrowing night, a projectionist reportedly experienced a cold gust that extinguished the lights, only to hear a soft, sorrowful voice calling out for help, a chilling echo from the past cutting through the air like a knife. For those brave enough to witness the magic of the Enzian Theater, there lurks a caveat. Tread carefully, for the line between illusion and reality is thin here. The essence of the spirits that linger may harbor sorrow and despair, capturing the hearts of the living in an unyielding grip. Are you willing to risk the thrill of encountering a lingering presence? Or will you heed the whispers that urge you to stay away for your own peace of mind? As darkness falls and the projector whirs to life, just remember the theater is alive in more ways than one, and you may just find yourself entangled in a story that refuses to end. Five, the Angebilt Building, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, beneath the hum of the modern cityscape, stands the historic Angebilt Building, a looming relic that whispers secrets of its haunted past. Visitors often recount strange occurrences within its grand, albeit decaying, edifice, cold spots that chill the air, flickering lights that dance mockingly, and shadowy figures that dart just beyond the corner of one's eye. Legend has it that these disturbances are linked to the site's history, a story filled with ambition, misfortune, and untimely death. Opened in 1923, the Angebilt was once the pinnacle of luxury, teeming with affluent guests and extravagant social gatherings. However, behind this facade of elegance lay a darker tale. The building was rumored to have been created over a burial ground, embodying the spirits of those whose lives had been cut short, leaving a haunting energy trapped within its walls. During the Great Depression, the once thriving hotel fell into despair. It became a shadow of its former self, known for its phantom-like inhabitants who drift through empty hallways. One particularly tragic account tells of a young woman, an employee, who fell for a wealthy guest, only to be met with heartbreak and abandonment. Despondent, she took her own life in one of the higher rooms, her spirit reportedly lingering ever since, drawn to those who resonate with her grief. Numerous visitors have claimed to feel a profound sadness wash over them in that very spot, as if enveloped by her sorrow. But beware, for the Angebilt is not a place for the faint of heart. The restless spirits here do not take kindly to intruders. Should you venture close, be prepared for an encounter with echoes of the past, and perhaps a fleeting glimpse of an apparition, forever yearning for a love that has long since faded away. Your heartbeat quickens as you realize what lies within could yet reach out to you. Six, Greenwood Cemetery, Orlando. Beneath the heavy canopy of moss-laden oaks in Greenwood Cemetery, Orlando, a chilling stillness blankets the graves, interrupted only by the distant murmur of rustling leaves, as if the spirits within are whispering secrets of their eternal slumber. Locals often speak in hushed tones about the cemetery's spectral inhabitants, an unsettling belief fueled by the countless reports of spectral sightings and unexplained occurrences that seem etched into its very soil. Established in 1880, Greenwood Cemetery not only serves as the final resting place for thousands, but also bears witness to tales of heartache and loss, weaving through the folklore of the area like an unseen thread. Among the grave markers, one that stands out is that of a young girl named Mary Jane, who tragically died in a horrific boating accident in 1883. Legends allege her spirit roams the grounds, wandering between the tombstones in search of her lost family. Visitors claim to have seen a ghostly figure of a child playing among the graves, her laughter echoing hauntingly against the backdrop of the living. It is said that if you listen closely during the twilight hours, you might hear the soft sobbing of her mother, forever mourning her tragic loss, an auditory reminder of the bond that death could not sever. While such tales seem like mere fables, paranormal investigators have documented numerous EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, that capture unsettling whispers and cries, reinforcing the belief that the past isn't quite ready to let go. Yet, As you consider a nighttime visit to this serene yet sinister resting place, consider this. The spirits of Greenwood Cemetery are said to endure for a reason, bound by their unfinished business and unfulfilled ties. Thus, as you step through its wrought iron gates, remember the stories, for they are not mere entertainments. They are cautionary tales that remind us of the tragic consequences of life and death. Be wary, the echoes of their sorrow may just call you to join them. Seven. Harry P. Leu Gardens, Orlando. As twilight descends upon the sprawling grounds of Harry P. Leu Gardens in Orlando, the once vibrant blooms fade into shadows, and the air thickens with an unsettling stillness that stirs whispers among the leaves. Locals often speak of a haunting presence that lingers just beyond the reach of sight, drawing visitors into a tapestry of hauntings woven into the very soil they tread. These whispers tell of the estate's former inhabitants, particularly the enigmatic Leu family, who resided in the historic house constructed in the 1880s. The estate, surrounded by lush gardens and plant collections, hides secrets of both tragedy and loss, where the boundaries between past and present have blurred, leading to strange occurrences that perplex even the most skeptical of visitors. The historical backdrop is riddled with darkness. During the early 20th century, the world was in upheaval, and personal tragedies struck the Leu family with unrelenting ferocity. It was said that Henrietta Leu, the beloved matriarch, roamed the gardens, perpetually searching for the child she lost to illness. Every year, on the anniversary of his death, a chilling fog envelops the area, and those brave enough to linger in the gardens claim to hear a soft, mournful wail echo through the trees, as if the spirit of the distraught mother is still seeking her lost boy. On nights when the moon casts an eerie glow, inexplicable phenomena swirl within the dusk flickering lanterns where no fire flickers, fleeting shadows darting among the azaleas, and the distinct sensation of being watched. While skeptics dismiss the lore as mere superstition, employees and visitors alike have reported sudden drops in temperature and disembodied voices, as well as unexplained movements of objects and the feeling of an unseen presence trailing them. As you venture forth into these revered grounds, tread carefully, for those who dare to wander too deeply into the heart of Leu Gardens may find themselves entangled in an ethereal web that bridges the living and the departed, leaving them haunted by the memories of a restless past. Eight. Super 8 by Wyndham Orlando International Drive, Orlando. As dusk descends over Orlando, the neon lights of the Super 8 by Wyndham on International Drive glow eerily against the encroaching darkness, casting long shadows that seem to stretch beyond the bounds of reality. Guests often remark on an unsettling presence that pervades the air, a feeling inexplicably woven into the fabric of their stay. Locals whisper of odd occurrences that have plagued the area for decades, intermingling tales of inexplicable phenomena with the vibrant backdrop of Orlando's tourism-driven facade. Although the site prides itself on comfort, the whispers speak of a haunting that began long before the Super 8 was even built. Rooted deeply in the history of the land itself, once a sacred site for the indigenous peoples of Florida. In the late 1800s, the area was marred by tragedy when a devastating hurricane claimed the lives of countless souls. Survivors would recount witnessing spectral figures roaming the coastline, shadows of those who perished, caught between this world and the next. It is said that these lost souls now linger in the very walls of the Super 8, creating an atmosphere thick with sorrow and despair. Guests report strange phenomena, flickering lights accompanied by inexplicable cold drafts, the sensation of hands brushing against their skin in the dead of night, and whispers just beyond the threshold of hearing. Reports from staff have described items moved without explanation, and ghostly figures caught in the corner of their eyes, faint echoes of lives interrupted. Yet, the haunting is not merely an eerie anecdote. It serves as a warning, an invitation to those who dare to stay the night. Guests are often advised to leave the television on, a flickering beacon in the dark, as the unknown can be a capricious companion. At Super 8, shadows converge with the ghostly remnants of the past, inviting brave souls to experience an encounter that may linger long after they depart, if they depart at all. Beware, for not every ghost story ends with an exhale of relief. 9. The Beacham Theater, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, where the glow of modernity blends with the whispers of the past, the Beacham Theater stands as a haunting reminder of a time long faded. This historic venue, originally opened in 1921 as a silent movie house, is not only a landmark of entertainment, but also a vessel of sorrow, cloaked in legends that chill the bones of those who dare to seek its secrets. Locals have long circulated rumors of spectral sightings and inexplicable occurrences within its walls. The faint laughter of children, distant echoes of applause, and disembodied voices create an unsettling atmosphere that permeates the theater's velvet-draped interiors. The tale of one particular apparition haunts the Beacham more than others. The spirit of a young girl named Annabelle, who tragically lost her life in a fire during a performance in the 1930s. Though accounts vary, it is said that her presence lingers, perpetually drawn to the stage where she once dreamed of fame. Witnesses have reported seeing a figure in white, caught fleetingly in the corner of their eyes, only to vanish upon closer inspection. And some have even felt a cold breeze sweep through the auditorium when the theater is notably empty, as if Annabelle is still searching for her lost audience. The sound of a soft giggle echoes hauntingly across the rows of empty seats, chilling the heart of those who hear it. Yet, it may not be the only spirit that haunts this venue. The specter of despair attached to the theater's many decades of history cannot be ignored. These ghosts are not just remnants of the past, they are warnings to the living. So, should you venture into the Beacham Theater, be prepared. The stage may still resonate with haunting echoes, and you might find yourself unwittingly entangled in the threads of history, where the boundary between the living and the departed becomes unsettlingly thin. Tread lightly. Ghosts may not always be as forgiving as one would hope. 10. Lake Eola Park, Orlando. Underneath the suffocating stillness of the night sky, where the moon casts an eerie glow over Lake Eola Park in Orlando, shadows dance upon the waters, whispering secrets from the past. Opened in 1883, this picturesque park has long been a cherished retreat. But beneath its serene surface lurks a history marred by tragedy and unease. Local legends recount eerie encounters. Passers-by often remark on strange occurrences around the park's iconic swan boats. Ghostly apparitions have reportedly been observed gliding silently among the trees, and disembodied voices resonate against the water's gentle lap, drawing the curious and the brave into the park's haunted embrace. What has fueled these stories is rooted deeply in the complex history of the land, once a hub for the indigenous Timucua people, who believed the waters of Lake Eola to possess mystical qualities. The park's modern history took a dark turn with a series of tragic accidents. including the untimely deaths of several park-goers in the late 20th century. Perhaps the most chilling tale surfaces from an incident in the 1970s when a young woman drowned while attempting to rescue her dog from the lake. Eyewitness accounts describe her anguished spirit, still searching for her beloved pet, manifesting as a silvery figure that floats just above the water's surface, her cries intermingling with the chilling breeze. As dusk settles on Lake Eola Park, visitors are warned. Tread carefully, for the pull of the lake can be deceptive. Many who linger too long by the water have reported feelings of unease, as if being watched, or worse, they have vanished from sight momentarily, only to reappear shaken and disoriented. A chill runs down your spine when you realize the tales might not be mere folklore. The specters of the past often linger where light meets shadow. And Lake Eola's tranquility masks a far more sinister legacy, one that warns you to heed the whispers of the night, for you may not leave the same way you arrived. (11) Orlando Public Library, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, the imposing edifice of the Orlando Public Library stands proudly, its modern facade contrasting with the whispers of a darker past. As dusk descends, the warm glow of street lamps fights against the encroaching shadows. But it is within the library's austere walls that a chill often grips the air, leading visitors to shiver despite the Florida heat. Locals speak in hushed tones about ethereal presences and the unexplained sighs that echo through the stacks, an ambiance rich with an unsettling tension. The library, which opened in 1986, is built on the grounds that once housed the Orlando Medical Center, a facility known not just for its healing, but also for its tragedies. Tragedies that seem to linger like an unresolved chapter in a cursed book. The hospital's history is rife with tales of patients' suffering and even neglect, with numerous accounts of souls lost due to mismanagement and flawed medical practices. It is said that some of these spirits have not found peace. Workers recall strange occurrences, books flying off shelves, cold spots, and the sensation of being watched. The specter of a nurse, clad in a ghostly uniform, is rumored to wander through the aisles, using her infinite duty to watch over lost souls who dare to dwell within the library's realm. One particularly haunting episode involved a group of researchers who claimed to have recorded disembodied voices through an EVP device, pleading for help in a place where silence is sacred. As they delved deeper into the library's history, they unearthed documents chronicling abrupt deaths that sent shivers down their spines. The cries of the past echoed in their minds. To those tempted to visit, heed this warning. The library, despite being a bastion of knowledge, may harbor wisdom better left undisturbed. When you tread its polished floors, be cautious. You might unleash whispers that never truly rest, drawing you into their eternal quest for solace, a fate too terrifying to endure. (12) Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, Orlando. In the shadowed corridors of the Doctor, Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Whispers dart like moths drawn to the flickering lights of history. As night descends, the Orlando venue transforms from a bustling hub of culture into a silent stage for an ancient tale of sorrow and unresolved spirits. Opened in 2014, the center has been praised for its architectural beauty and artistic offerings. Yet beneath its glamorous facade lies a lingering suspicion. Legends abound about the land on which it stands. A parcel once used for routine performances by vaudeville acts, now haunted by the echoes of their tragic past. Locals speak of peculiar occurrences, items misplaced, disembodied laughter drifting through the theater, and cold spots in warm rooms, as if the very air holds memories of those who once graced its stage. Perhaps the most haunting tale is that of the ghost of a dancer, a woman whose life was cut short during a rehearsal decades ago at the adjacent former Mad Cow Theater, another cultural landmark in Orlando, where accidents plagued rehearsals due to the building's age. Witnesses claim to have seen her silhouette overhead during performances, a tragic reminder of unfulfilled dreams and aspirations that still seek the spotlight. Video footage occasionally captures unexplained shadows moving against the backdrop of rich orchestral sounds, further fueling the belief that the dancer's spirit seeks solace in the applause of entranced audiences. Yet, the narrative grows darker, suggesting that her presence serves as a cautionary tale not just about the price of artistic ambition, but also about the threads of unfinished business that tie souls to earthly realms. Should you dare to visit Dr. Phillips Center, ponder this. Each performance may not only entertain, but may awaken the spirits that reside here, reminding you that while the show must go on, some stories refuse to end, waiting for their chance to dance once more. (13) Orlando Science Center, Orlando. Nestled amidst the vibrant city of Orlando, the Orlando Science Center stands as a beacon of discovery and education. But beneath its glossy exterior lies an unsettling history that sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls, designed to captivate curious minds. The center is built upon what was once the site of the Oak Ridge Gun Club, a place that housed deadly weaponry and served as a hub of untold accidents and misfortune. Locals whispered dark tales of eerie encounters and disembodied voices echoing through the night, claiming that the spirits of those who suffered here linger among the modern exhibits, trapped between realms. While the Science Center champions STEM education and community engagement, stories persist about the hauntings attributed to residual energy from the gun club era, where accidents both tragic and fatal unfolded. Many who have spent late nights working within the center's walls report chilling sensations of being watched, flickering lights that illuminate dark corners, and strange noises emanating from the exhibits. This unsettling activity peaks around the Astronomy Theater, where a sense of foreboding seems to sway like the shimmering night sky hanging heavy outside. Some speculate that it is the spirit of a young boy who tragically lost his life during a gun accident, his laughter replaced by the silence of the past, now resonating as a chilling reminder of his absence. Investigators armed with EMF meters have captured intermittent spikes in paranormal activity. Strange orbs appear in photographs, and ghostly voices whisper unintelligible messages in the shadows. As the sun sets, a veil of darkness drapes over the Orlando Science Center, presenting an invitation laced with danger. For those drawn to supernatural mysteries, heed this warning. Explore with caution, for what you find may haunt you forever. The spirits of the past are restless, and once you've stepped into their realm, there may be no escape. The line between the living and the dead grows perilously thin amidst the glowing exhibits, where knowledge intertwines with the forgotten souls of history. Dare to enter, but prepare to confront the echoes that dwell within. (14) Colonial Plaza former site, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, where palm trees sway under the glow of streetlights, lies the eerily quiet site of what was once Colonial Plaza, a shopping hub that thrived through the late 20th century, but now serves as a whispered testament to ghosts of the past. Residents recount tales of disembodied voices echoing through the vacant spaces, forlorn cries carried on the wind, inviting passers-by to discover the echoes of a darker history. Prior to its establishment as a commercial center, this very ground was occupied by the local Timucuan tribe, a community rich in culture, yet marked by the tragedy of colonization. Simmering resentment lingers like an unholy pact. It is said that the spirits of those who suffered loss linger in search of solace, never finding peace as the shadows of progress loom ever longer. The specific tragedy surrounding the site involves a series of mysterious accidents and unexplained phenomena. In the 1980s, a portion of Colonial Plaza suffered from a devastating fire that took numerous lives, engulfing not only the buildings, but the hopes and dreams of many local families. Survivors claimed to have sensed an oppressive presence in the smoke. Customers would often report feelings of being watched, or of a cold hand brushing against their neck just as they turned a corner. Unexplained electrical issues plagued the plaza's shops, with lights flickering in lonely rhythms as if orchestrated by unseen entities, fueling their restless torment. The chain of tragic events surrounding the plaza beckons these lingering spirits to unveil the layers of sorrow, creating a palpable tension that can still be felt today. Beware, dear reader, should you find yourself drawn to this haunted locale, those who tread too close may indistinctly hear the murmurs of grief or feel the brush of icy fingers against their skin. For once you've walked the ground where the living and the dead intertwine, the remnants of tragedy may refuse to let you leave, ensnaring another soul in its ghostly legacy. "15. Hamburger Mary's, Orlando. In the heart of Orlando, where neon lights seem to dance with the ghosts of the past, lies Hamburger Mary's, a vibrant eatery famed for its lively drag shows and flamboyant atmosphere. However, beneath the surface of its glittering facade, there lurks a chilling tale that merges the realms of whimsy and woe, leaving diners and staff alike glancing over their shoulders. Local whispers suggest that the very building housing Hamburger Mary's is haunted, remnants of tragedies intertwined with the mischief and merriment of its present. The legend traces back to the 1920s, when a speakeasy flourished in this very spot, attracting a notorious clientele. Rumor has it that a young performer, whose beauty caught both young and old eyes, met a grim fate at the hands of jealousy and betrayal during a chaotic night of revelry, his spirit unwilling to depart from the scene of his final performance. In the years that followed, patrons began to report eerie occurrences, cold drafts spiraling through the air despite the vibrant atmosphere, inexplicable shadows darting through well-lit rooms, and unexplained laughter echoing faintly amid the sounds of clattering plates. Staff members have shared chilling encounters with a phantom figure near the stage, whose presence seems to linger just beyond the edge of sight, watching intently as modern performers take the stage. Visitors claim to have felt a strange sensation, as if the very air around them vibrated with both fear and an insatiable longing for the past, a constant reminder of a life that ended too soon. Yet, despite its captivating allure, dangers remain for the unwary. Those drawn to this haunted haven should remain vigilant. Not all spirits welcome company, and some past lives, perhaps, seek more than mere acknowledgement. So should you choose to dine in this haunted establishment, steel your mind, for the spirits here may reach out, leaving behind a lingering bite of fear, reminders that in places steeped in sorrow and history, one can never truly know what waits in the shadows, especially when the laughter dims and the night deepens. Thanks for joining us on this spooky tour of the top 15 haunted places in Orlando. If you enjoyed uncovering these eerie spots, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more chills and thrills. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive into the haunted legends of abandoned theme parks. Trust us. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, keep the lights on and your courage high.